Hey everyone! Today I'm trying out something a little different, wood burning paste. I wanted to see how it performs on real wood and on resin, and the results might surprise you. I started by using wood burning paste and some stencils, one for a floral design and another for a butterfly. I applied the paste onto both surfaces. The idea was to see if I could get that nice burned-in look on wood, and hopefully the same on resin. Viewer tip! You want to make sure you stir your wood-burning paste really well before using it. The ingredients tend to settle as it sits, so take a minute to mix everything back together until it's smooth and consistent. That'll give you even results when you apply it, and your design will burn much cleaner. Now to apply the paste, you'll want to use a small trowel or a flat-edged tool and gently spread it across your stencil until the entire design area is filled in. I went ahead and left a little extra because I wasn't sure how much paste I'd need. Some of my leaf sections were pretty wide, especially in my flower design on the wood piece. And you'll see what happens when I start using the heat gun. Turns out I left a little too much in those spots, so that's a good lesson learned. You only want just enough paste to cover the open areas of the stencil. A thin, even layer gives you the best clean burn look without bleeding or texture spots. Viewer tip. I originally tried using a baby wipe to clean the extra paste off my stencil, but I found that a paper towel with a little isopropyl alcohol actually worked best. It removed most of the excess paste much more easily. However, I will say that the paste did stain my stencil a bit in the end, so just be aware that some discoloration might happen. Now here, I started applying the heat. At first, I used my small heat gun, my embossing gun, but I quickly realized that the heat just wasn't strong enough to activate the paste properly. So I switched over to my larger heat gun, the hot air gun dual temperature model, and that put out a lot more heat. That made a big difference. I found that for this wood-burning paste to work the way it should, you really do need a very high heat source. Viewer tip: this high-powered heat gun puts out a lot of heat, so you'll want to be very careful with your hand placement while you're working. Always keep your hands a safe distance away from the nozzle. And remember, that nozzle stays hot even after you turn the gun off. Make sure you protect yourself and let it cool down completely before touching or setting it aside. As you can see, it did a fantastic job on our wood stencil project. Everything burned in beautifully, except for those leaves where I mentioned I had added a little too much paste. But overall, the results on wood turned out great. Now, here I am, applying the heat to our resin project. This one's the butterfly design. You'll notice I'm chasing the paste all over the surface because I ended up using a bit too much again. But what's really happening here is interesting. I have to apply so much heat to get any kind of reaction on the resin, and well, just watch what happens next. Now, as you can see, our resin project is starting to crack from all the heat I'm using to try to melt that paste into the surface. I really don't recommend using wood-burning paste on a resin project. Resin just can't handle that much temperature without beginning to break down. But I decided to keep going anyway, just to see what would happen and how far I could push it, to find out if that paste would eventually burn into the resin. Viewer tip: the resin project you're working on with that heat gun is going to get extremely hot. I really suggest that you don't touch it right away. Let it cool completely before handling it. If you missed the little bit of smoke when I picked mine up, that just shows how hot it was. So be very careful and give it plenty of time to cool down before you move or touch it. Now that our resin piece has cooled down a little bit, I decided to take some isopropyl alcohol and a paper towel and wipe off the excess paste that didn't burn into the surface. I just wanted to see what would happen after the heat process and how well the resin would clean up. Let's take a look at the results.
Well, that wraps up our experimental project for today. The wood burning paste worked beautifully on our wood stencil. It burned in clean and looked fantastic overall. Unfortunately, it didn't work nearly as well on resin. The heat needed to activate the paste caused cracking, so I definitely don't recommend using wood burning paste on resin pieces. Still, every test teaches us something new, and that's part of the fun. Thank you so much for joining me today here on Happy Place Creations by Connie. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more creative experiments and crafty ideas. I'll see you next time on the same crafty channel at the same crafty time. Stay for pictures. Thanks for watching.